Hey, my name's Danny Frank. I'm the Pearland real estate expert. Hey, today I'm going to go through some stats with you and really deep dive into what's going on in the greater Harris County, Houston area, MLS, and the housing market. You see a lot of different stuff going on. And what I hope to do today is break that down for you and show you exactly what I think going on in the market. Where's it going? Where is it coming from? What's it going to do tomorrow? Those are all $64 million questions, right? Well, stay tuned. We'll get to that and show you everything that's going on. Take care. All right. So, what I'm going to do today is really show you what's going on in the MLS market and how I want to do that. I'm going to pull up some charts and stuff and graphs and show you what is really going on in the market. And you hear all the stuff on the news, what's going on nationally, even here on some local Houston area channels, you hear what's going on in the market. But I'm going to deep dive into that, because if you can make the stats be whatever you want to be, but I'm going to take out all new construction, which really skews what's going on in the real estate market. I think the new home market is way overbuilt, lots of inventory out there with new home builds, and they're giving the farms away on new construction right now. So your best bet for the best purchase, in my opinion, right now is new construction. But let's look at the retail market in Houston real estate. I'm going to start up real high, up at the 35,000 foot market, and kind of look at what's going on in Houston all over. I'm going to call it Houston and the 7 or 8 surrounding counties around us to kind of show you what's going on. And then we can dive down into some different pricing structures and a lot of different stuff. So hold on, here we go. Whoa, time out, hold on. I have a favor to ask of you. Would you do me a huge favor? Down here, click like and subscribe and hit that little bell button so you get notified when things come out. I do these videos for people like you. So come on, like, subscribe, find out when the new stuff comes out, and leave me a comment below what you like and what you didn't like about this video, or something you might want to see a little bit different. I'd love to help people find real estate deals. That's my passion and my joy in life. So like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Now back to the regular scheduled program. 3, 2, 1. All right. So this chart that I've pulled up shows the median price for the last 2 years. And what I want you to look at, if you look at these numbers up here at the top, they represent the total number of single family residents, no high rise, no condos, no townhouses, no acreage, just single family residents. I want to boil this down for you so you really understand what's going on. So this is a 2-year period. And I've drawn this line in right here is the median price going across. So what do I deduct just by looking at over a 2-year period from 5/21 to 5/31? So there's not much price movement. We've had some increases, but we've had some decreases as well, coming back here in June of 23, the lowest we've been in a while. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. We've seen some price modulation coming in. But what I want you to see right there today, $340,000 is our median sales price for the month of May coming in. And you can see where we were at 309 to 340. Where were we 2 years ago? 310 to today at 340. So when you think about it, pricing has really done well. At the peak, we were at 360 for May and June of 22. But for the most part, real estate prices are holding steady in the Houston, Texas market. And again, this is strictly retail. This is no multifamily. This is no new construction. This is resale of single family residences only. So we're going to dive into a little bit different things today, and I hope to show you that not everything that you see on the internet and in the news reports is absolutely accurate. These numbers I'm going to show you today are straight from the MLS, no modifications of different things. This is all real estate in Harris County and the 5 or 6 surrounding counties around us. So hold on, here we go. All right, so I pull these charts and graphs every month to kind of show you what's really going on in the market. And what I talk about all the time in my videos is this thing called the wave. This is a 2-year period again, from May of 2021 to May of 2023. And if you extrapolate that pattern 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years, the pattern will be exactly the same, folks. Think about that. So when I tell people, when's the best time to sell the property, I have numbers to back that up. When's the worst time to sell the property? I have the numbers to back that up. That's why you hire a realtor who knows their stuff so they can help you discern what's going on. So let's look at this. If you look here where we are today, May of 2023, for sale, 19,345 properties with 5,900 under contract and 5,800 sold in the last month. Wow. So you go back here, what did I say? What is it? 19,345. How many? 21,000 at the peak in August. But in the last 2 years, there's 20,000 there. So we're right there where we should be in May. You go back and look at May of last year. Where were we? We were at 16,000, and then 2 years ago, 17,000. So guys, we actually have more homes for sale today than we did a year ago or 2 years ago, right? So maybe we're not having that inventory shortage. Where I think we're having an inventory shortage is in the more affordable homes, the 350 and below. And I'll go into some more of that in just a little bit to show you why I think that's happening and show you what the numbers really are. So, when you look at this and you look at the green and the blue lines, the blue is under contract, what's under contract at the end of that month and what's sold at the end of the month. We're pretty even here. And when the blue line's outperforming the green line, that means your inventory is shrinking really fast. But right now, we're looking at that, and they're pretty even. There's been some short months coming in here, but you add the for sale properties back in there. We have plenty of inventory in the used to market. What we're not seeing is all the people that don't have to move. They're not selling their houses right now. And that's what's slowing down the market. The only people that are really selling are the people that really have to. Because if you were paying 2.75% interest and you wanted to increase the house, you'd have to really jump up to a 5, 6, 7% interest rate on a lot of stuff. I'm not a loan officer. I don't want to get in the weeds with that, but please understand, you can buy less house for the same amount of money today if you want to keep your house payments where they are today. So we got to work on different ways to do that. We can do the 3-2-1 buy downs. There's lots of different things that my mortgage brokers that I work with are doing to really facilitate helping you, the client, really come into some great stuff. So hold on, I'm going to pull up a different chart. All right, so now we're going to talk about some different things going on in the Houston real estate market. And again, we're looking at the Houston real estate market, Harris County and the 5 or 6 surrounding counties around Houston. I kind of group them all together when I'm looking at the big picture of what's going on. If you would like information in regards to your particular neighborhood, feel free to write some comments down below, and I'll get back with you some charts and graphs and really dial down to the nuclear fusion of what's going on in your neighborhood. So let's jump into this. So this chart that I have up now is called the month supply of inventory. What does that mean, folks? So if you had 10 loaves of bread on the shelf and you sold one a day, you would have 10 days of inventory. 10 loaves of bread give you 10 days of bread. So and the more that you sell, the less days of inventory you have. That's what this chart is kind of showing you here. So you can see how I'll say in April of 22, if you follow the little chart here, our month supply of inventory was climbing, but so was this blue line represents the days on the market. But look what happens here. It come in January of 23, something changed. Right. So we're going to start looking down at this and where we're going. And today we're sitting at 1.9 months of inventory. We've been there for 2 months, and our days on the market are 29 days on the market. So think about that. I'm going to switch this chart over, and so you have a better idea. So you can see where the days on the markets are. This average line right here is the median days on market, 26.6 days on the market. So what does that mean? So right now in all of the Houston area, we're averaging 29 days on the market. Put that in perspective, folks. If your house has been on the market 6, 7, 8 months, it's all about price. It's not about location. I don't care where the house is. If you price it properly, it'll sell tomorrow. So talk to your agent. I'm going to tell you, maybe you're priced too high for the conditions of your property, or the location is not allowing you to sell the property at that price. You know, the longer you sit on it, the more it costs you, right? So let's talk about that. And some great things happening here. But look at the days on the market just falling off here, all the way down to where we are of 29 days on the market in the month supply of inventory under contract. So, you know, you can see, you know, what's happening there. So guys, what a way. Now is the time to sell. You know, I get asked this question every day. When's the best time to sell? When's the best time to buy? You know, it really depends. There's a lot of different factors going on in that. And, you know, if you have to move, now's the best time, right? Because if you take a new job, you get transferred, or family circumstances change, you know, lots of different factors come into when you buy or sell real estate. And it allows you to really come in and make those decisions. But when you're moving because you want to, you're in control. You're in control of how you sell a house or how you buy a house. And you get to be a little bit more picky. You get to kind of draw up what your circumstances are. So think about that. I'm going to go into some different charts here. So hold on a second. Let me get this blown up here. All right. So I've come back to this pricing structure of what's going on with the Houston, Harris County, and surrounding county information. So what I want you to pay close attention to is the number of houses being sold. These are closed transactions, and the median price was 340,000 last month. But look at the number, 5,800, 47. So we're selling a lot. You come down here to January, 2,900. You know, we're getting back up into some of the best years we've ever had. 20 and 21 were some of the biggest years HAR's ever had in this history of total number of transactions. So we're coming back in, and we're climbing back up towards that. But I'm going to go back to supply and demand. You know, we've talked about this a lot, and what I want you to understand, what's going to happen here in May, June. June's almost over here. It's the 28th of June. I'm just not recording this video. So think about this. You come back here and look at June, July. What's going to happen in August? What's going to happen? Let's go look here. June, July, August. What happens every year in August is the number of houses start declining that are for sale. So inventory levels are going to start shrinking again in August. It's inevitable, folks. It's a pattern that happens every year. So if you want to sell, right now might be the best time to start getting your house ready to get on the market and get it on the market, because our days on the market were only 28 days, right? 29 days. So let's get it sold and get it sold now for the best price we can. Because if you go back and look at the prices again, what are the prices doing? They're climbing. But what do they do here? They're going to start going down September. Look here, September, they start dropping again. So you get into August, that price is kind of modulated a little bit. And you can see there's only a 7% plus to minus over 2-year period. Houston real estate's very stable, which is a great thing for the Houston economy, in my opinion. So, you know, we're steady and strong. Real estate's a great investment, whether you're buying for investment or just buying to hold on, to live in, and sell it and make 7 or 8% on your deal over the next couple of years. the longer you hold it, the more it's going to be worth. So hold on a second. I'm going to dive into some other stuff. All right. So I'm going to go a little bit different direction now. I've pulled up some charts I'm going to bring up here in just a second and go over just Harris County. I'm going to really come down from that 35,000 foot mark and come down to 10 or 12,000 feet. And let's look at Harris County and see what Harris County is doing compared to the rest of all the surrounding metro areas. Because, there's some big swings in different parts of the greater Houston area. Dayton, Liberty is blowing up hot. Montgomery County is blowing up. Fort Bend County, some good stuff. And of all places, Angleton, Texas is doing really well in real estate right now. So there's lots of great opportunities for us to talk about what's going on and where you live. Down where I'm at in the Pearland Friendswood market in the Clear Lake area, I'll call it my 518 corridor. That's really where I really focus doing most of my business. But I'm going to tell you, Houston real estate is doing all right, in my opinion. I don't think that the inventory levels are as bad overall, and I can show you some stuff what I'm believing. I have evidence to show that the more affordable homes, 350 and below, those inventory levels are really, really low. That's what scares me. Affordable housing is not available for most people right now. Because if you start looking at what those home prices are doing, and maybe I'll pull up some charts here in a minute and show you what a house payment might have been at 300,000, what the interest rate is now. It'll scare you. So let's jump right into this. Hold on. All right. So this is Harris County, just Harris County, and I don't ever include new home sales. And when I'm talking to you guys about this, strictly because they skew so much. New home prices aren't in line with what normal retail homes are doing, because when you sign a new home contract, you agree even to pay the difference if it doesn't appraise, and you don't have to do that with retail. So this is just what's going on in Harris County. So I want to look here, the average median price. I just turned that on and look there. We're above that. So if you look July of 2022, when let's go back to May, 340. Today we're at 320. So the houses in May of 22, we sold 4,089 for a $340,000 median price. In last month in May, we sold 3,391 just in Harris County. So we're off, 700-800 properties in total number of sales. So the inventories are a little bit less. And look at the pricing. They're starting when inventories are up, prices go down. When inventories are lower, they start climbing again. So we're seeing that increase again since January of all of 2023. Prices tend to be on the increases right now. But I've told you this a million times. Look what's going to happen in May. You come here in May of 22, prices started decreasing, coming back down. What happened here in May? They went up in June. I suspect we're going to see when the June numbers come out here in a couple of days, we're going to see an increase in price again. But look what's happened July, August, September. It happens every year. I go back to look at the supply and demand. Again, this shows you exactly what I'm talking about. The wave, it's there. It's the same wave. It's just different shapes for different areas of town. And I'm gonna get down. This is just Harris County. I'm gonna get down to the city of Houston when we go to the next chart to kind of show you what's going on. But look what's going on here. 10,000 houses, 10,573 houses for sale last month in May. Okay, great. Where do we go back before that? 12,000 in August. Come over here 2 years ago, 12,000. So we're 2,000 houses off on our inventory levels. Think about that, folks. I think what I'm going to go to next, I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring up a program that I use that really shows what I'm talking about on inventory levels and interest rates and whatnot. So hold on a second. Let's go. All right. So I brought up this program I use called Fidelity Agent One. I think it's one of the best programs on the market. And for a realtor to be able to come up with uh, what a house might do some stuff with it. It's great for giving estimates of buyer and seller and calculators, lots of estimates on different things. But this is a great agent app that your agent should be using to help you understand what the things are. So what we're going to take into consideration here to show you what's going on, I'm going to consider like a conventional loan, home price of $350,000, 10% down. I want to go back way back when, just a few years ago, right? When houses were 2.75% interest, 30-year loan, hazard insurance, taxes are 3%, no HOA. We're going to close July 28th. To show you what that house would have cost you, your monthly payment would have been $24.77. Okay, that's what the house. If the interest rates fall back down, you could have, if you're trying to keep your house payment under $2,500, you could have easily done that. $350,000, right? So let's look at all this over again. I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna change this to what rates are now. I'm gonna put 7%. That's unfortunately, that's the only thing I'm gonna change. Remember that 24.77. What does that do now? Wow, 24, almost what, $800 a month difference. So if you're trying to keep your house note at a certain level and you're trying to upgrade, let's see what that would do. If I go down to, let's say, 275, if you're trying to keep your house note at $2,500 or less, let's see where that would be today. Let's see if that works. Yeah, 275, 270 maybe. Let's put 270 in there and compute that, just to kind of see what happens here. So we're right there. 265. I'm going down even lower. I want to see with that payment almost exactly where it was, so people understand. There we go. 24.89. So we went from 350 down to 265 to have the same house payment today that you would have had 2 years ago. Think about that, guys. So if you're holding on to that house and you have a house note that's $2,400, $2,500 a month, and you're trying to just stay around there again, you're going to lose $100,000 of buying power real easy, from 350 to 250 almost, from going from 2.75% interest down to up to 7%. So interest rates play a big factor in what you're doing. So I'm going to tell you, get with a great realtor that has a great loan officer. There's programs out there that we can do something called a 3-2-1 buy down. We can help you buy down that rate, get the seller to pay some of that concessions to help you buy down that rate, to help you get more houses. Because if I get, let's say if we go down to even 5% right there, watch what this does. If we went that same price house down to 2,100, so if I'm trying to stay up there, I'm going to go back to 275. I bet you I can get close to 300. Oops, 3 million. That's a big house. There we go. So I'm back. I'm only losing $50,000 in buying power if I use that 3-2-1 buy down. And because we have a saying right now that a lot of mortgage people are using. It's called marry the house, date the rate. And what that means is that I think everyone agrees that the interest rates over the next couple of years will go down. Something, if you go back and study history, I mean, I've been doing real estate for over 20 years. Every election year, interest rates always hold steady or drop, because there's nobody wants interest rates climbing when they're trying to win a presidential election. So I'm a firm believer that's going to happen again this year. They're doing what they do. So it's interesting to see all these different things, how they affect the home buying and whatnot. If you would like me to help you with properties like this and want to talk about what your power is, if you want to talk to my loan officer, Jennifer Rader with AMCAP Mortgage is my loan officer. I'll put her contact information in my bio or in my description of what this video is about. But and feel free to write me a message, leave comments, and tell me you'd like to talk to my loan officer, and I'll have her reach out to you. You know, Jennifer's got a master's degree in finance. She's been doing working with me as a vendor to me for almost 20 years. I think it's at 18 years, something like that. But trust me, if I tell you that she's good, she's held on that long, she's going to be doing her job right. And I appreciate her doing that. So guys, I want to really burn some stuff up here. I'm going to burn your notion up. I'm going to go from what Harris County, that great big circle is, down to what Houston's doing. Hold on a second. All right, so I'm going to bring up some charts and graphs now. They're just for the city of Houston. What I want you to understand, though, is this does not include Bel Air. It doesn't include the villages, Spring Branch, all the little incorporated cities. This is anything that's the city of Houston. And I'm boiling this down, and I can go into any details. Just leave me in the comments below of specific areas you want to talk about, and I'll be glad to have a personal conversation with you over the phone or even a Zoom, or you're welcome to come into my office or call me and I'll come show you how we can list your house and sell it for the most amount of money. So hold on a second. I'm going to pull up some charts here to really show you what's going on as we get narrower and narrower on our focus. Hold on. All right. So this is charts that I'm going to go over the next few minutes is just the city of Houston. Again, all the outlying areas and incorporated cities within Houston aren't included in this. This is just the city of Houston. What I'm trying to do is really boil this down and show you what's going on with real estate. And these are just straight MLS numbers. So all this is showing here is prices are on the increase again. You know, I know the MLS report shows we've had a downward pricing trend in all of MLS numbers, but you know, there's a lot of factors in all those numbers. If you look at townhomes and condos and, you know, farms and ranches and high rises, you put all that in there, it skews this stuff up. I'm talking about stuff that matters to people like you every day. Single family homes. That's what sells the most here. And when you put new homes in there and all the other stuff, it kind of, I don't know, just kind of jumbles it all up. And I want to really make this video about what single family residents are doing. So that's what we're kind of talking about. But where are we price wise? We look at this. We are $320,000 is the median price for Houston. We sold 1,889 homes last month. And I suspect, you look here, February, March, April, May, when June numbers come out in a few days, I suspect that number is going to increase again. I really do. So let's look at the average days on the market for under contract properties. Last month, we were sitting at 30 days. And then the month before that, 32, 37, 42, 47. You know, so what's going to happen with the market? I think the market's going to continue to drop a little bit for the month of June and July, and then it'll start creeping back up like it does every year. You know, you come back in here and look at month supply of inventory, and we see what's happening here, and you know, the month supply of inventory is going to be decreasing, and you see it's leveled off. And again, this is just for the city of Houston. This is getting very small in nature compared to Harris County and the 7 surrounding counties. So, you know, it is what it is, folks. The times are changing a little bit. I believe the interest rate's going to be dropping a little bit. That's my honest, true belief. So leave me comments down below with what you think of, if that's what you think is going to happen. I'd love to have a discussion with you, with all of you, about where interest rates are going, what the real estate market's going to do. And if you're an investor and want to know more about when's the right time to start buying real estate, because right now rental rates are screaming through the roof. We have a lot of people that used to be wholesalers. They're going into the buy and hold mode now. So there's lots of different stuff going on. Hold on a second. All right, so let's kind of wind this up a little bit. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, now might be the good time to start really getting with your agent and finding out why and when you need to sell your house and what needs to be done. You know, what I'm seeing on the market today, houses that are priced properly sell really quick. The ones that don't aren't selling very quickly. I have seen a few appraisal issues. You know, because somebody sees a house they really like, they're willing to maybe pay a little bit over that. But if the appraisal doesn't come back properly, you know, I'm going to tell you, unless it's just the dream house, why would you overpay for something? I know on some things out there we have to overpay for a lot of different stuff, but it is a an opportunity for you to really get a house that's priced properly, that's doing all the right stuff, and it'll allow you to maybe find your dream home at the proper price. Hire me, hire a realtor that can show you how to do that. You know, I'm licensed in the state of Texas. We have 1,300 agents here at JLA that can assist you in finding your dream home or selling your home and moving to your next location. You know, I don't care where you live in the United States. If you're watching this video and you want help, I can help you or help you find somebody in your local area. Feel free to call me. Again, my name's Danny Frank with JLA Realty. I've been serving Texans since 2004. So right in my 20th year doing this, and I'd be honored to help you if you would allow me. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.